Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to step away from the Little Red Hen and we're going to read a new kind of fairy tale. And it's actually a fractured fairy tale because I don't think I brought home the original, but I think most of us are going to know the original. So we're talking about Sleeping Beauty. Let's think about Sleeping Beauty, right? She is, I think, a princess, right? And she's told not to touch the little yarn spinner thing. I'm not sure. You guys are probably more up to date with Sleeping Beauty than I am. But she does it anyway, and then she falls into a deep sleep until a prince comes and kisses her to wake her up. It's so lovely. So, I might have gotten that wrong. It's been a really long time since I've watched Sleeping Beauty or read the original Sleeping Beauty. But I saw this book in the library, and Miss Masonic showed it to me before we left from school, and I was so excited because it looks like the funniest title, and I haven't read it. I'm going to read it for the first time with you guys, but it sounds so funny. It's called Snoring Beauty, and I think it's going to be funny. Let's read it. Snoring Beauty. Ooh, look. There's a picture. I can read it this way. The night before his wedding day, the skies were dark and dreary, but in his house a little mouse was dreaming of his dearie. Mouse grinned a goofy little grin and settled in for dozing. He needed rest to look his best, but as his eyes were closing... Talking about a mouse, not a prince. Don't forget. As his eyes were closing, from deep inside the tower room there came a monstrous roaring. It shook the night as tucked in tight lay Sleeping Beauty, snoring. I know someday a prince will come to break this spell, Mouse grumbled. Till then each quake kept Mouse awake as Beauty's snoring rumbled. So on this page you see the mouse down there. He's trying to sleep, but who's keeping him awake? Sleeping Beauty, she's snoring. Mouse rose to close the shutters. Then he peeked outside the tower. His eyes grew wide. "A prince!" he cried. "I'll sleep within the hour." "My name is Max," the prince announced, his manner prim and snooty. With shoulders squared, Prince Max declared, "I'm here for Sleeping Beauty." So Mouse is happy because he says there's finally a prince here. The snoring's going to stop. Rushing to unlock the gate, Mouse welcomed Max. Elated, from Beauty's room came... and Mouse's hopes deflated. So he was so elated, he was so happy, and then he heard the snoring and his hopes deflated. They went away. "Who waits in there? A troll? A bear?" asked Max through all the clatter. The tower shook from every nook. Small creatures ran and scattered. So the prince is asking, is there a bear or a troll in there? Because surely a princess wouldn't be snoring like that. "Oh no," Mouse cried and quickly lied. "It's just some creaky flooring. Go on ahead, although," Mouse said, "she may be softly snoring." But Max was not a bit alarmed. He said, "I'll do my duty." He drew his sword and hurried toward the sleeping Princess Beauty. As Max knelt next to Beauty's bed, her lashes gently fluttered. Prince Max leaned in. Mouse hid his grin, and then... she sputtered. Prince Max blew back, surprised and shocked. "Egad, how loud!" he bellowed. "Oh, rats," Max wept. Though Beauty slept, the hadn't mellowed. So just as he was getting close to her, she let out a big snore, scared him back. Mouse said, "Let's work together now to stop those royal sputters. I propose we hold her nose." "Oh, I suppose," Max muttered. Mouse waited for a snoring pause, then pinched her nostrils tightly. Max puckered up, but then she snorted impolitely. So there's Mouse, holding her nose, and the prince is puckering up his lips. She snored again. They grabbed 2 pitchers from a shelf. As Beauty lay, Mouse yelled, "Heave-ho!" from high and low. They gave her face a drenching. They poured that water all over her face. How rude. Mouse held his breath. Max bit his lip. Could this be it? They wondered. The room grew still. No sound until... They're waiting to see if the water splashed her, stopped her from snoring. She thundered. It didn't work, did it? "Let's try another plan," said Mouse, "to solve this snoring pickle." Max nodded yes. Mouse said, "I guess we could give her a tickle." They pulled the sheets from Beauty's feet, and soon they heard her titter. But when boomed through the room, both Mouse and Max grew bitter. They're bitter. Ugh, they're annoyed. Their plans are not working. Mouse wrung his hands and stared at Max. "That's it! I'm done," Max shouted. To Mouse's pleas of "Kiss her, please," Prince Max just frowned and pouted. Why does Mouse want the prince to kiss Sleeping Beauty so bad? What's in it for Mouse? If the prince kisses Sleeping Beauty, what happens? She would wake up. And then will she be snoring? No. And then Mouse can get some good sleeping in. I like the crown. I like the throne. I really like the castle. Max shook his head. He shrugged and said, "That snoring's just too much hassle." As Max walked off, Mouse heard, "Ka-hoosh." He paced before the mirror. One kiss would do, but how? From who? At once, it all got clearer. Mouse knew what he would have to do. I hope I won't get cooties. Through roaring snores, Mouse crossed the floor and pressed his lips to Beauty's. So he's like, man, it doesn't have to be from a prince. She just needs a kiss to wake her up. Did it work? Mouse pulled away and spit. The day's first light was dawning. He heard a high yet sleepy sigh. And Beauty started yawning. She rubbed her tired, drowsy eyes. A sight Mouse found quite splendid. He ran outside to Max and cried, "The snoring's finally ended." You did it. Max followed Mouse into the room. Go, kiss her now, Mouse prodded. Max bent a knee, said, "Marry me." And Beauty beamed and nodded. She beamed. She was so happy. With just a bit of sleep, Mouse slumped against his bedding. He woke at 8 to celebrate his stylish double wedding. Mouse kissed his bride, and Max kissed his. They stood together grinning. Mouse raised his cup and offered up a toast to new beginnings. So here's Mouse getting married down there. Remember at the beginning of the book, he said he was trying to get his beauty sleep because he had his own wedding to go to. But now it's a double wedding, just like in math, doubles, because they're getting married and they're getting married. But when he tried to sleep that night, Mouse woke to monstrous roaring. He clutched his ears and fought back tears while Mrs. Mouse lay snoring. So he got rid of Sleeping Beauty's snoring, and now guess what? His mouse, Mrs. Mouse, is snoring. What a fun book. So I'm not going to give you an activity to do on Seesaw off Snoring Beauty today. It was just for fun. I posted some science seesaw activities to do. I'm going to post some science pet rock stuff to do. I still have shape hunt to do. So look out for that stuff today. I'll see you guys later. Bye.